Hello everyone, Bill here again. In my next installment of Tough Questions, I'm actually going to address something that is brought up over and over again, and I am thoroughly insulted that some people bring this up, and that is the violence that is in the Bible. Now, over and over again, what people do from time to time is talk about the violence that's in the Bible, the death, the destruction, the this, the that, and over again. And the thing is that one thing that a lot of people have to remember is that, one, the Bible is taking place over a period of 2,500 or over 1,500 years to 2,000 years. So there's a lot of history there, and yes, it is quite violent. But with that said, I'm going to answer the kind of the violence thing, but then I'm going to kind of ping pong back and forth. So as I share this story, please keep in mind that I'm deliberately ping ponging back to make my point. Okay, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to address that I will concede that yes, the Bible is extremely violent, but then it pales in comparison to history. What I'd like anyone out here who is watching this video to do a Google search of this. How many people have died in the wars in the 20th century? In other words, from January 1st, 1900 to December 31st, 1999. Believe it or not, there's actually web pages out there, and that answer or that question has been answered. And literally billions of people have died in the 20th century due to war and conflict and civil wars and stuff like this. So the thing is that many people want to go like, oh, look at how violent the Bible is. Yeah, pick up a history book and just examine the history of the 20th century. And see, just look at the wars around the world, how many people died in those wars, and then compare the numbers. Believe me, the history of the 20th century far exceeds any violence in the Bible. And may I remind you, just in World War II alone, less than 80 years ago, okay, the violence just in those 5 years, 8 years, depending on how you want to count it, is far more violent than anything in the Bible. So I ask you, how violent is the Bible again? Now, I'm going to turn on to something that is a lot of turnoff to many of my Christian brothers and sisters, but in reality, to me, it only fires my flame to evangelize. Many of my Christian brothers and sisters don't watch the news, don't read the newspaper. And their excuse is, oh, it's just so violent and I just don't like it and, it just really brings me down. That's happening now, today. And again, the Bible is equally as violent. They're happy to read that, but yet they won't read what's in the newspaper. Okay, and that's happening every day. Now, for those who do not know, I'm actually a news hound. I'm actually a big news hound. I read 2 newspapers every day, and I watch the news every day. So I really want to know what's going on in the world today. And there is not a single day that does not go by. Someone is murdered. There is some civil war going on somewhere. And millions of people die every day in some kind of war action, effects due to a war, okay, murder, okay. This is a fallen world, and there's a lot of sin in this world. And I already did a video on that, so please do check that out. And the thing is that that happens every day. And the question that always races across my mind is, how many of these people were or were not born-again Christians? Remember, we are given a charge to reach out to the world, to reach out and give them the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. Okay, not everyone in the world is saved. It is our duty, it has been given to us the command to go and evangelize. And the thing is that is what the church is sadly lacking to do. If we declare ourselves to be Christ-following, born-again Christians, we need to get out there and evangelize. Okay? So I ask again, how violent is the Bible? pick up the newspaper, watch the news one night, and then ask yourself that question again. Now, this next one's going to be kind of a long track on proving my point. One of my favorite shows that I even still watch in reruns, of course it's strictly in reruns now, is the television show Law and Order. Okay, now for anyone who doesn't know what this show is, it's a very popular show here in the United States, and I would assume around the world. And the thing is that Law and Order is an hour-long cop and court drama television show here in the United States. And like I said, it's one of my favorite shows. What a lot of people don't realize is that the show was actually on for 20 years. Okay, but also, too, the main writer and producer was a man by the name of Dick Wolf. Now, he has actually had a very prosperous career. He actually got his start back in the 80s. He did quite a number of episodes for the television show Miami Vice. Well, the thing is that when NBC, that's the network here in the United States, they gave him the green light to produce his new show called Law and Order, which of course was extremely successful. Well, what a lot of people don't know is, and this is actually caught on an interview, you could probably just go here on YouTube and just type in Dick Wolf interview. He openly tells any reporter that asks, where do you get these ideas for your episodes? And what Dick Wolf says very clearly is he takes actual court cases that he's familiar with, and what he does is he obviously has to change it around because of identity and stuff like this. Where what he does is that he takes real court cases, turns it around a little bit, and turns it into a television episode. That's how he produced his episodes. So, my point being here is, with literally 20 years of television episodes, okay, here's a man, Dick Wolf, who took real court cases, real violence today, and turned it into a television show. So I ask you, how violent is the Bible again? So the next time someone approaches or tries to shake you and say, well, the Bible is so violent, study history, pick up the newspaper, watch a television show like Law and Order, and you will see very quickly, yes, the Bible is violent, but there is far more other things that are far more violent than the Bible. All right? All right, that's it for this episode of Tough Questions. Please do check out the link down below here. They'll kind of help you understand who I am. So please check out the links down below. And thank you all very much. And please check out all of my videos here. I have many videos here. So thank you all, and see you all next time.